talk a little bit about the business aspect. And we both have very similar values. And Beth and I met in a different service-oriented situation, and I was able to actually research her for about a year and a half. She had a front office position initially and was promoted to manager literally right in front of my eyes. And what really stood out to me was the way she handled every situation, her customer service skills, but also very, very quick to learn. So I will turn that over to Beth, and she will talk about our approach to customer service.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Gordon. And I really do. I think Dr. Gordon and I both are just we're really blessed to just have this amazing opportunity to bring Renew MD to the area, to South Lake is where we're located. And our demographic especially, everybody appreciates just everybody's heard of the Ritz-Carlton. And so the Ritz-Carlton is known for their approach and their customer service. And we really wanted to bring that to the med spa feel. And so what we decided was we're going to say, okay, how do we want our patients to walk in the door? How do we want them to feel? And we want them to feel like they are a VIP. We don't want them to feel like they are a number. We do not want them to feel like they are just a dollar sign to us. We want them to feel like they are special. They are part of our Renew family. And we want them to feel like we know them, we know their face, we know who they are, and they mean something to us. And so by doing that, we greet them, we offer them a cold drink. We want to make sure that, they are comfortable. And by doing so, we want to make sure, even if we don't exactly know their face, I know them, I know they're coming in, I have already memorized their name and everything on their chart. So as soon as they walk in, I say, oh, hello, Mrs. So-and-so. May I get you a cold beverage? Okay, I'll be right out. Thank you so much. Oh, it's my pleasure. It's just the little things, because it's not like, oh, are you here for someone? Who are you? Because those kind of things, it's just really nice to walk up, and it's before you even have to introduce yourself, we already know who you are. And then as far as the VIP experience, it's not just come in, you get shot with a needle, and then you walk out the door. No, you come in, we get you a warm neck wrap, we get you a nice warm blanket if you would like one. We turn the light off, we have aroma candles going in every room. We make sure that we have some sensory oils if they want it. Of course, we don't overload them. They always give them the option. If they don't want it, they don't have to have it. And then of course, we make it as comfortable as possible. We offer sensory towels at the end. We have cool towels that we put over our injection patient. After every laser, if our esthetician is available, we have her go in and she does a massage at the end. So it's just those little touches that take 2 seconds out of our day to light a candle or to give a patient a warm neck wrap. It's 2 extra seconds that we can take that gives that customer just a little extra bonus, and it means the world to them. Let's see. So as far as the marketing and the best practices, so getting a business up and running is really it's really about just jumping in, and you don't really know what you're going to do, but it's doing it. And then you want to make sure that you're bringing in your customers, you're treating them right, and then you're wanting to make sure that you're doing the best that you can every single time. And Dr. Gordon is really having an MD on staff is probably a really good idea, bringing them in and all of that. So she does add a little touch. There's something about having an MD on staff that our patients really do feel really comfortable with. So as far as the repeat customers and all of that, if you make a patient feel comfortable and feel at home, they will come back. We've seen that over and over again. You can have the best, the best of the best equipment. You can have the best of the best decorations on the wall, but it's how you treat people. That's what brings them back, honestly.
How they feel.
Absolutely. It's how they feel. And then as handling customers, you're not going to make everyone happy. You're going to have those patients that are going to be troublesome, but you want to make sure that you de-escalate the situation. They want to be heard. They want to be understood. They just want to be listened to. Listen to them, understand them. Always have policies in place. Make sure before you open your doors to any patient, you think of every scenario and you have a policy for it. So that way, if you come in, they have signed every policy, they understand every policy, so you have everything in place. So you don't have any surprise, oops, I don't have a consent form, and that opens you up. So make sure you know, if before you do anything, make sure you know all of the state's policies, your legal policies and all of that. And that way customers and all of that will be a little bit easier to deal with. Marketing is really, I've found that it's great to really just have your patients talk. We've done a lot of like different things. We've dabbled in everything, and honestly, our word of mouth is probably 90% of our client base. We've done the magazines, we've done the little mailers, we've done the online marketing, the Facebook marketing, we do the campaigns, we do it all. We do a lot of community outreaches. I will say when you get busy, it's going to be really hard for you personally to do it. So find you someone that you trust, that's reputable, that knows your company, that knows your heart, and has a good representation of your company to go to different things for you. And that just keeps you in the community and it keeps your name in there. But one event a month is usually what we have found that has been really exciting. We do a thing called Wind Down Wednesday. And our patients absolutely love it. They actually, if we miss a month, they call us and go, excuse me, where is our Wind Down Wednesday? And normally what we do is we spotlight one of our services. We have our reps come in and we just talk. We have our little wine hors d'oeuvres. It's not a sales pitchy kind of thing. It's more of just to come in, mingle, talk with Dr. Gordon, talk with me, and all of our staff is ready to sell if they need to. But it's more of just an education, what we do, what we are, who we are, and why we're here. And people love it, and it's a lot less pressure. So if people are nervous about coming in, they're nervous about making an appointment, it's an open invitation for them to come in, meet and greet. And we have gotten so many consults. We've gotten so many purchases. It's really, I mean, that has really been probably our biggest marketing tool that we have used, and we've had it for a year now, and we don't see an end in sight because patients literally eat it up and they love it. So I would recommend at least once a month, or if you can't start once a month, do it at least once every quarter, once every 3 months, something like that. I would say the most important thing is you have to love what you do. Patients can read it like a book. If you're not happy to be there, if you're not happy to see them, they are not going to want to be there. So I would say just keep in mind that they don't have to be there. They're wanting to be there because they want to get beautiful. They want to see you. They want to renew themselves, which is why we're called Renew ND. They don't want to look probably, anything crazy, but they want to feel younger. They want to feel better. They want to build their confidence back. It's going to be really hard for them to do that if you're not helping them boost their confidence, if you're not confident. So you need to make sure that you're matching your customer service with that. But that being said, you need to make sure, I know Dr. Gordon has probably some points on this when it comes to your consult.
So a big part of this is setting realistic expectations. Somebody who is in their 60s is not going to leave here looking 20. So, and a lot of them, believe it or not, almost expect that. And so over some trial and error and just through reading and hearing other people's experiences, it's very, very important to under promise and over deliver. You hear that it's very cliche, but it's very true. And even if it means that you have to say, you may not get the result that you are looking for, and therefore this other treatment may be better. Or, realize that the picture that you saw on Instagram was a 20-year-old. And so that's going to be a little bit different result than your lips at age 65. So there are while you want to be confident in the kind of treatment that you're able to deliver and your skills, they also really need to be told the truth. And I would rather not have a sale and have someone and really have them have the right thing than to have someone disappointed. And not just because now we're a very customer service driven society with reviews and all of that, but truly because it's the right thing to do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you just, you're dealing with these people's, faces and their bodies. It's one thing if you mess up on maybe like their car and you didn't buff it out right. But if they expect something that they expect to look one way and they don't, that can really just mess with a lot of different things. And so your front desk is going to get to deal with the brunt of that. And being the front desk person, it's going to be really hard you're just opening up a door for a lot of disappointment and a lot of complaints if you don't set that expectation up front. So you want to make sure you do that to avoid all sort of confrontation. And really the biggest thing that can set you apart from any other, there's a lot of medical spas. You're going to see that. The one thing that's going to set you apart is you really want to personalize everywhere you can. Every patient, I'm sure, has gone somewhere to get their Botox. They've gone somewhere to get a facial. They've gone somewhere to get this. They've gone somewhere to get that. So you're going to want to keep them. When they walk in the door, you're going to want to entice them to stay with you. You're going to want to, not only with your customer service, but why else are they going to want to stay with you? And I would say the biggest thing is you're going to want to personalize that visit, personalize that package, personalize that pricing. And so what we did is we've created packages with all of our services. Like Dr. Gordon mentioned earlier, was that she has seen that combination therapies with all of our treatments have really helped with patients' different skin conditions, different treatments, all of that. So what we did was her and I sat down. We decided, okay, this patient has melasma. The XYZ treatments will help get this patient to this part where she can feel better. And this patient that has, kind of saggy jowl area, if they get this, this, and this, they will feel better. So what we did was we created these kind of outline packages. And what we do is we create these outline packages, and then I go in personally, and I sit down with every patient at the consult, and I can go in and I create a custom package with that patient. And when I do that, that patient feels like, wow, this isn't a cookie cutter approach. I'm not just another number. I can get exactly what I need, what Dr. Gordon told me I needed, and that will help me get to the skincare, get to the skin that I'm really hoping to get for. So that is really what we found that our patients really like.
And a lot of us as physicians, other than not being taught business, we're not used to dealing with the financial part. I know I feel very awkward saying, it's going to be 12 units for your Botox. I certainly didn't do that in surgery and say, well, one kidney out will be this amount, and I'll give you the second one for 50% off. So essentially, it's something we're not used to, and I personally am very awkward at it. So I found that out early in this process, and because Beth has the know-how and the comfort level with doing that, we have a 2-part consultation. So I do the consultation initially, and I call it the wish list, and they just tell me everything that they're wanting to improve, and then Beth and I created a sheet, a checklist, and then I hand that to her We talk a little bit, and then she goes in, as she said, personally. And I think that has made a huge difference. They're not out in the middle of the waiting room. They're not at a checkout window. She goes into the consultation room. I cover the phones. I enjoy doing that. I'm not as good as she is at doing that. But it works. And that's been a more recent development, and we have found that has worked incredibly well.